Joanna Dennehy, her past included her doing petty crimes with a partner that she had for a while. They had children, and he would say how he had a lack of empathy for him and the children. She didn't really care, and she would even go as far as putting her child outside if it was crying and she didn't want to deal with the baby. She was considered, the disorder that was evident was that she was a psychopath because of her lack of empathy, and she was considered a dangerous psychopath because she enjoyed hurting herself and others and had no sense of empathy or remorse for any of her victims. The primary feature of psychopathy is the lack of remorse and empathy, and this means that they have no problem hurting other people and manipulating other people and disregarding them. They sometimes see people as if they deserve to be hurt because of how uneducated they think the person is. Joanna Dennehy's behavior in the police video, she was very nonchalant about everything, and she was laughing and joking around with the officers, which isn't something that you typically see in somebody who gets arrested. She was very calm, and she enjoyed being the center of attention. Dr. Hervey Cleckley's discovery and conclusion. So after war, a bunch of veterans who came, he realized that they had a bunch of mental disorders, and his discovery is that these people had personality disorders before ever going to war, and that a large percentage of the veterans had mental disorders. And the traits that he developed for people that he believed had antisocial personality disorder was antisocial behavior, lack of empathy, pathological lying, being manipulative, and they had charm. Dr. Robert Hare, he developed a psychopathy checklist, and this is essential in psychology because it is what doctors will use to determine if somebody scores high or low on the psychopathy test and seeing if they are indeed a psychopath. And there's different levels. There's a moderate level and there's an extreme level. And Noel, who was assessed for psychopathy by Dr. Tony Maiden, he asked him a bunch of questions and did all the tallies, saw that Noel's behavior started in his early teens and he began drinking. He talked about his past with the doctor, and he tallied up the psychopathic score, and he scored more than 25, which showed he was a psychopath. And the assessment that Dr. Tony made of John Cannon's personality, he was seen to have no empathy or remorse, as most psychopaths do, but he was also seen as deceitful and a sadist. He lied a lot. He was very much a pathological liar, and he would use his charm to bring in his victims and lure them, and then he would switch and end up showing his evil side and beating his victims, killing them, raping them, and etc.